Hello, I'm Tom Lodziak. In this video, I'm going to show you how to beat a pusher. Now, if you've ever played local league table tennis or played in any amateur competitions or tournaments, you've probably seen quite a lot of this. Oh my goodness, this is so boring. Yes, you get lots of these types of players who just push, and they keep on pushing until you make the mistake. You get fed up, you get frustrated, you just lash out at the ball. They win the point, they've not done anything. They've just waited for you to mess up. It can be frustrating and they can bore you in submission. So let's look at how we can beat these types of players. Let's start with where players tend to go wrong. Now, this is what I often see. Players, they'll push. Now, at some point they think, I'm going to start attacking. But when they attack, they try to hit the ball flat and hard and fast. And what happens? Usually, the ball ends up at the bottom of the net. When there's backspin on the ball spinning this way, and you're hitting the ball flat, it tends to go downwards. So if you're playing a pusher, someone who's good at pushing, and all you do is flat hit the ball when you attack, it becomes very difficult to attack with any kind of consistency. And you'll find sometimes you'll get it over, but more often than not, the ball seems to go into the net. When your opponent pushes, instead of flat hitting when you attack, instead you should try and topspin. It could be a forehand topspin, could be a backhand topspin, but the key point here is that you're brushing up the back of the ball. Now, when the player pushes and it has backspin, if you brush up the back of the ball, it starts to counter the backspin. You lift the backspin. And instead of going in a straight line like a flat hit would, the topspin is going to have this different arc over the net. It's going to lift up over the net, and the spin is going to bring the ball back down. As soon as you have a consistent topspin stroke, it does start to become easier to play against these pushers. It's still okay for you to push, 1 or 2 pushes, but when the opportunity is there, you should try and get your topspin into play. And when you do this, when you start attacking with topspin, the whole dynamic of the game begins to change. And the pusher often doesn't have a lot left to counter your topspins, and then you start to win many more points. Another tactic is to use lots of topspin serves. Because when you've got a player who always wants to push, it becomes much harder for them to keep their return of serve low when you're doing topspin and they're pushing. So what tends to happen is, you serve topspin, they still push because that's what they always do. The ball will come back a little bit higher, which will give you an easier opportunity to attack. And try different things. Try serving shorter, try serving longer, see which works best against different players. But the key point is, in general, when you serve topspin and the other player pushes back, you're going to get a higher ball returned, which will be easier to attack. Return of serve is another opportunity for you to get your attack in straight away. So if you're playing a pusher and their serves aren't too strong, if they're not loaded too much with backspin, you could start attacking straight away. If they do a longer serve, you could get straight in with a topspin. If the serve is shorter, you could do a flick. It doesn't have to be a spectacular flick, really. It can just be any old flick, just again to change the dynamics of the match, to get it out of this backspin rally straight into a topspin rally. I'm sure you're beginning to see the theme of all of these tactics by now. The pusher player, he wants to keep the rallies as backspin. That's his comfort zone. Your job is to try to turn it into a topspin game by using topspins and your flicks and your topspin serves. And don't worry if you make mistakes. It's very tempting, if you've missed a couple of these top spins, to go back into your shell, to become cautious again and think, oh, I'm not going to do that again. I felt a bit silly. I'll just try pushing. It's very tempting to do that, but try not to. Okay? You might miss a few just to try to get into your attacking rhythm. But I think your challenge to begin with is to get into that attacking rhythm, because once it starts working, once you start top spinning these shots consistently, you usually find you can beat these pushers really quite easily. And in general, the players who only ever push, they tend to stay at the lower levels of table tennis. They can win at the lower levels through other players making a mistake, but then they hit a ceiling. They can't go above that. So the moment you start attacking consistently, you rise above the pushers, you go up to the next level, and you'll wonder, oh, why did I ever struggle against these types? Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found it useful, and good luck in your next match against a pusher. Please do let me know how you get on. If you want more of my video lessons, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you can go to my website where I've got lots more table tennis tips. Go to www.tabletenniscoach.me.uk. I have more videos coming soon, so I'll see you then. Bye bye.